Amla doesn't suit me? That's one of the questions we have this week at Hennasooq. And questions about, can I use henna on my nails? So let's get into these questions that we got today. Welcome to the Hennasooq channel. My name is Khadija. I'm a leading expert in henna, natural hair color, Ayurvedic healthy hair care, beautiful henna and jaggle body art. And every week, I'm taking your questions and answering them right here on YouTube. And if you have a pressing question right now, just head to our website, hennasooq.com. We have the most amazing feature, live chat, where you can reach a hair care and henna body art expert right then and there. Question number one comes from Leah Rayburn and says, how long for the strongest dye release? It's a very good question. People do have the impression that the longer that you let henna sit, the stronger it must get. Unfortunately, that's not true, guys. The longer you let it sit, the closer the demise, actually. So let me explain it this way. So henna, depending where it's from, there's different henna powders from different countries, different regions, and they vary slightly in their dye release. Mostly Moroccan henna powder. It's ready in 1 to 2 hours. And all the other henna powders, for the most part, are ready in 3 to 4 hours. So let's say, you want to let it sit for a dye release. The longest that you should let it sit is the max amount of time that we recommend. 2 hours max for Moroccan henna, 4 hours max for any of our other henna powders. And why? Why not leave it overnight? Why not leave it longer? Some henna powders are stable when you leave it overnight. There are, like the Rajasthani is really stable, Red Raj is pretty stable. You can definitely let that sit out probably overnight if you want to push it. But the thing is, if you're trying to get great coverage and the best color results, especially so if you're using like indigo with it, you want the peak time for that henna, right? Like you want it to be dyeing your hair at the peak time. And there's been studies done, like there's been testing on, some of these henna powders to show like when does it reach a peak time and when does it start going downhill? Because it does rise, peak, for a certain amount of time, which is usually like the 4 to 8 hour range, and then it starts going downhill and you're not gonna get the best colors. So that's why it's so important to follow the instructions on the back of our packages and on our website. And you can't mix it and change it with other brands. A lot of other factors go into other henna products, but at Hennasooq, that's what we recommend. Question number 2 comes from Upasana Kaushal. And her question is, Amla doesn't suit me. I can't add Amla to my henna and hair mask. Is there a substitute for Amla? Amla is like in its own ball game. Like literally, it's playing on its own. It's playing the hair growth, card. It's doing what it does specifically. Like Amla is a very unique herb. I cannot honestly sit here and give you guys a recommendation of what compares to Amla. I really don't know. I'm sorry. But I am curious, like when you say it doesn't suit you, what does that mean? Do you mean like it's making the henna turn a bad color, like kind of like ashy, or like what is it about Amla that doesn't suit you? I'm really curious. So please, I hope that you comment below and let me know what you mean. Question number 3 comes from Sharzad Stories. Please talk about Henna for nails. Does it need to be a different recipe than what you're using for skin? Because I see some henna influencers getting this rich red color the first time they apply it to their nails, and mine looks like orangey red, and that's after months of reapplying. That's a really great question. I tend to do a lot of henna more so on my toenails. I have running shoes on right now. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got my running shoes on, so my toes are not out there being all cute yet till it gets warmer. And I definitely love to do henna because it strengthens the nails. And if you had any issues with your nails, like discoloration, fungal diseases, kind of like, just fungus stuff, if you have any issues with your nails and toenails. So it's really good, and strengthening especially. I personally have weak nails. Yeah, nails are amazing. So the thing is, usually what I do use the same body art cones that I make, that right here at Hennasooq. So I use those, but I do use Hypafix to like wrap every toe, wrap every nail, and I leave it on all night. I'm not sure if you tried that yet, but that helps like a lot. Like you know, you want that really good deposit, right? Like the skin, like the hair, you want it to get really rich in tone. Some people probably do get better color results on their nails because of what they're using for sure, and how they're taking care of it and doing, you know, all those steps with the Hyperfix to wrap it up, you know, leave it on all night and then taking it off, you know, moisturizing your nails, and the strength of that nail too. If it just absorbs the color really nice, it just naturally occurs for some people. But try those steps. Maybe it's something else that isn't getting you that rich red tone, but definitely, I think that you can get it. So definitely try that again. Get that color, get that wrap on it, you know, that Hyperfix. We sell it right here at Hennasooq, so we have everything that you need to get good color. If you just make your own henna, again, just make sure that you're leaving it on like overnight wrapped up. That would probably help a lot. So I really hope these answers help you guys out. Maybe there's some things that you just learned and you have more comments, you know, definitely put the comments and the questions below. So thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget, subscribe and get the notifications so you do not miss any of the amazing videos I have coming out for you, because we've got a bunch of spring and summer events coming up. And by the way, happy Ramadan to everyone. May all your fasting be accepted. Love you guys.